my hands grew and my feet grew, and I got a point in my head now. I can't shave my head right.
But not much muscle.
Okay, so now the next question by IKC589, who always comments on this. He says, for Boston, how could you adjust the cookie cutter Palumbo low carb keto diet to include some fruits? Could you reduce 20 to 30 grams worth of fats a day and substitute the equivalent in fruits like blueberries or raspberries? Or would that reduce the effectiveness of the diet?
That's what I do in my diets, man. Like Palumbo is big on like 2 servings of fat per meal. I cut the fats almost in half. I like to do berries in the morning, either a mixed berry or blueberries in the morning. Pineapple with your post-workout meal. I like to mix red meat with rice and also a pineapple. It really helps with digestion, and I do that post-workout meal. And then with the post-workout shake, I like to do raisins.
Interesting. You know what I was thinking? What do you think about it, Eric? Do you have any comments on that?
What?
Anyway, but what I was thinking is
no, I just
basically when I eat,
okay.
When I eat, I've tried this a lot. I know the question was for Boston, but I've tried this a lot because my diet, I try to be like ketogenic while getting plants and fruits in, which is really hard, obviously. So what I try to do is when I eat like 6 hours a day only, I can eat quite a bit of carbs, but not that much. And I can notice by the next morning, my brain is very clear. I'm still in some kind of ketosis. But if I eat enough berries, for example, at night, especially, I'll go out of ketosis and won't be in ketosis the next morning. For me, I can only handle like this many berries to stay in ketosis. If your point is of the diet to be in ketosis, you won't be in ketosis if you eat enough berries.
Oh, if you're trying to stay in keto, I avoid all fruit.
Yeah, you won't. It'll be very difficult. You could probably get away with a little bit if your eating window is very small. So a second question by G Lifts. He says, I'm trying to understand how some mass monsters like McCarver and Nick Walker blow up lean in a very short time. What anabolics would you take if you're trying to achieve what they did? Obviously, this is an easy question.
Let Eric answer that first, and then I'll answer.
Yeah, tell us, Eric. Actually, you guys answer. I'm going to turn the AC on.
I mean, I think somebody like Nick Walker or Dallas McCarver, that's just like their fucking genetics. Like, how many people can blow up that fast?
Well, I think genetics are 100% number one, for sure. But do you think that? Well, I mean, we know that Dallas was pushing the gear, right? Nobody has 50,000 testosterone.
Oh yeah,
nobody.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Nick Walker claims he barely runs any, which I kind of call bullshit.
But I think it's genetics for staying healthy too, because if most people try to take a Dallas McCarver stack, they just wouldn't be able to handle it for probably as long as he did.
100%. Well, like healthiest too also is like keeping an appetite on massive amounts of orals. Like
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like when somebody's like, oh, like, you know, what's the best way to grow? And I'm like, the best way to grow, most people wouldn't be able to do it because they couldn't handle the digestion issues. They couldn't handle the orals and stuff like that. But I have a few clients that they don't lose their appetite on anything. And those are the guys that grow like crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, guys, I mean, look, if I used a lot of steroids, and Derek did too, and Boston did too. But I always want to mention to people, I wasn't a bodybuilder, so don't judge me by the way I looked. I was pretty strong, but I couldn't, dude. Later I find out, I checked my IGF-1 receptor after I stopped lifting, and the IGF-1 receptor, I'm homozygous for the weak IGF-1 receptor. Like, I have the worst IGF-1 polymorphisms you can. My wife has the 2 awesome IGF-1 receptors. She's 6 feet tall. She's not skinny. She's like well built a little bit. And she would be, if she was a man, somebody that maybe would be like Dallas or like maybe. I mean, there's a lot of genetic polymorphisms there, but IGF-1, I was not responding to. So like for somebody like me, you can't I could never get there. You know what I mean? But the recipe, I think, for people to know is that you basically want mTOR on all the time. mTOR being the major growth pathway in the body. So if you have insulin and if you have growth hormone and if you don't get diabetic while you have both, and then you have some androgens, you're going to grow as well as you can. You just don't want to be in a stressful state while growing. You want to be like Nick Walker. You can see that growth hormone relaxation when he talks. He's very relaxed. Dallas was also very relaxed. Growth hormone actually relaxes you. It has effects in the brain also. You don't want to be that hyped up, I think, Trenbolone.
You didn't get any benefit from GH, Leo?
my hands grew and my feet grew, and I got a point in my head now. I can't shave my head right.
But not much muscle.
No, I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, ask Scott. Scott Mendelson's, my friend, one of the greatest powerlifters of all time. I told him, did you ever get stronger from growth hormone? He said, no, zero. We thought we would.
No, I don't think stronger. No.
No, I looked better when I was on it. Yeah,
that's what I mean. Did you look better? Did you look better? Did your skin look better?
It makes your muscle look different. You can't have that kind of muscle without growth hormone.
So even though you had low IGF, you did respond well. Okay.
Yeah, I still got the fat loss and the muscle looked different. That's true. But I never I wasn't a guy that just grows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.